This is the full video, the achievement of Ebonyi State Governor Francis Nwifuru. Make sure you watch this video to the end. Watch this video to the end and watch all his 2 years achievement in office as the Ebonyi State Governor for the past 2 years. This is the history of Ebonyi State. Thank you.
October 1, 1996, the then military administrator, late Sani Abacha, created additional 6 states, making it a total of 36 states in Nigeria. One of the states is Ebonyi, salt of the nation. In the heart of southeastern Nigeria, Ebonyi State, since creation, has witnessed remarkable transformations under successive administrations, but more aggressive under the stewardship of Governor Francis Nwifuru, whose stamp of accomplishment dots every segment of the state. For instance, since assumption of office as the 4th civilian governor, Right Honorable Nwifuru has been proactive in addressing headlong numerous challenges plaguing the residents of the state from all fronts. These issues, which compete for attention, are aptly outlined in the People's Charter of Needs, a governor's compass that guides his administration. Within a period of 2 years in office, Governor Nwifuru has left no well-meaning Ebonyian in doubt that he is adequately prepared to meet them at their points of needs and even take the state to a more glorious equator in the Committee of States in Nigeria.
By the special grace of God Almighty, I have been built and built by God Almighty for this tasking work in very different ways. So I am very much prepared to do the work of governance in this high-grade state, with well-prepared equipment. The experience we have gathered will surely make us to handle this great state with care.
Recall that upon assumption of office, Governor Nwifuru declared a state of emergency in the education and health sectors due to their deteriorated conditions at the time. 2 years later, the Nwifuru administration has effectively plugged the loopholes by recruiting a total of 196 staff members for the 13 general hospitals in the state, absorbing 124 staff of Amanda Maga Universal Relief Team, AMOT, procuring 49 SUVs for medical doctors, ambulances for the general hospitals, motorcycles for rural health workers, procuring sophisticated equipment and consumables for use in the health sector of the state, and engagement of 328 skilled birth attendants to ensure unhindered service delivery in the primary health centers of the state. Commissioner for Health, Dr. Moses Ekoma, sheds more light.
When we came in, we established an agency. We call it Drug and Medical Commodity Management Agency. That is in charge with the responsibility of procuring drugs directly from the manufacturers. In that way, we are sure of the drugs to solve the problem of fake drugs in the public health sector of Ebonyi. And they are also to sell at a particular mark of 7.5%. Many people have been enrolled into health insurance, especially the vulnerable, because you may have the best hospital, best manpower, best equipment, good drugs, and people will not come to the hospital because they don't have money to access the health care. But with health insurance, people can access health care without payment. So that issue has been. The School of Nursing Uburu was upgraded to College of Nursing. What that means is that now that school admission can be given through JAM, and that school can now award HND. School of Health Technology in Zambo has also been upgraded. So what the aim was to turn out manpower in the health sector. In the other states, health workers are living in every day, on daily basis, but in Ebonyi, some are still applying to join the service because of the incentive. We've upgraded 171 primary health care centers. That is 171 from 11 p.m. each INEC recognized political work.
In the area of education, apart from sponsorship of 1,000 Ebonyans in overseas and local scholarships, Governor Nwifuru is currently developing 2 brand new higher institutions, Ebonyi State University of ICT, Science and Technology, Oferekwe Agbaja, and the Ebonyi State University of Aerospace Engineering Technology, ESA. Governor Nwifuru is also constructing a total of 40 model 2-story buildings of 22 classrooms in some selected secondary schools across the state and has awarded contracts for the construction of similar structures for the primary subsector. Professor Amari Omaka and Paul Nwobashe are commissioners for primary and secondary cum tertiary education.
The first thing he did was to give the university a lump sum of money of 300 million to clear those areas. The next thing he did was to look at the salaries and say, no, this is not the salary university lecturers should be earning. After they have struggled so hard to write research papers, to get their PhD, he increased their subvention from 150 million to 200 million. I mean, I see that was not enough. In 2 months after, he increases again to 270 million. And as we speak, no university staff is owed any salary at all. And they have enjoyed salary increase. The academic staff, 20% increase in their salary. The non-tutorial staff, 10% increase in their salary. The governor did it without any person prompting him. The governor has also, in his own wisdom, decided to give a signature project at the law faculty where he was trained. He's going to put, he's already building. The workers are going there, are working there. If you go there, you see massive work going on at the Faculty of Law new signature project of His Excellency. It's the 3-floor building, almost a glass house. You know, beautiful. That is going to be the best in Africa by the time we are done with that.
It's possible to see that secondary schools, primary schools are verified, making sure that teachers go to school on time, making sure that the correct data are collected, because everything we do in the school system depends on data. Enrollment has increased. The number of people that are in schools, number of students have all increased, therefore making the sufferance low for the parents. You see, this has brought down the number of out-of-school children. Because the atmosphere for schooling, doing business, and all those things are better now. It has graciously also given us the leverage to convert or absorb some of the community secondary schools into the public school system, and the masses are praising him, they are happy.
In works and infrastructure, the governor, apart from fast-tracking the construction of over 700 kilometers of roads across the state, is signing his signature at the Vincent Agwunkwo Junction with the ongoing construction of the biggest flyover in Nigeria to ease traffic congestion in the capital city. Engineer Ogbonnaya Obasiabara is the Commissioner for Infrastructural Development for Concession, and he has this to say.
I can tell you for sure that all the jobs we have executed are in line with the People's Charter of Needs. Right from the smallest one to the biggest one are in line with the People's Charter of Needs. Like the Ibe Street that was cut off because of the collapse of the trade cell bus culvert, which we reconstructed. The people within that area heaved very high sigh of relief. One of the factors affecting the location of industries or production is you must have to have good roads. Matters too, for instance, we had to resurface the road there with concrete, and the people are so happy about it. The same thing with other road jobs we have done. Like the 2-kilometer roads we also did in the rural areas, even though the project is still under construction. But you find out that in the rural areas we have accessibility is poor. So with the 2-kilometer roads we are doing, yeah, at least that section of the community, they are happy. They are happy with what we have done. These roads were virgin roads. And these are the areas that people, they produce the food. By this time of the year, people already, don't know what to do about accessibility. But with the road we have done now, yes, they are happy. They are happy. And other sections are clamoring for the same treatment.
Human capital development, agriculture, and commerce are other priority areas of the People's Charter of Needs Prepared Administration that have received adequate attention of the government and have soared to El Dorado. Within the period under review, the Governor Nwifuru administration revived the fertilizer blending plant, the pipe production factory Ezangbo, the pulverization plant, and has commenced construction of a new industrial city in Ijangbo. Government has also empowered over 1,500 street traders with 2 million naira each, trained and empowered over 200 youths in modern agriculture to the tune of 3 million naira each. The moribund Ebonyi integrated poultry farm in Kaliki has also been revamped to its original production capacity. Here are Mrs. Anne Aligwe, Princess Nkechinyere Yoko, and Ogozo Ofianwali, Commissioners for Human Capital Development, Agriculture, as well as Commerce and Industry, to speak on other landmark achievements of the line ministries.
His Excellency, our dear Governor, at the inception of his government, he released the first tranche of 310 million naira. We gave 10 million naira to each to the 31 communities to do school classroom blocks, build health centers, some culverts. When His Excellency, our dear Governor, Right Honorable Francis Nwifuru, saw that the grassroots people were happy with those projects, he released another 2.55 billion naira to enable us build 102 projects across the 13 local government areas. And we disbursed the money to the communities involved. And as I'm talking to you now, they have finished execution of those projects and they are ready for commissioning.
Has done very well in the area of agriculture. He trained many of our farmers and empowered them to start their own, and we are monitoring them, and he's still training others. Throughout last year, 2024, we empowered 6,290 farmers to make sure that they establish their own farm and they are doing well. And there's a lot of construction. I'm talking about rice processing, cassava processing. In fact, they have done all those things, and it's located in all the 8 local government they are working with. The same thing with Fadama. We have given about 2,922 people input to make sure that we support them.
His Excellency, Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, is interested in industrializing Ebonyi State as a way to move Ebonyi from what he met it to a productive state where Ebonyians can be employed, where youths can gain employment and leave the streets. In the Ebonyi pipe industry, we have more than 30 staffs currently working there, and they are all Ebonyans. And in that pipe industry, I make bold to say that there is no pipe industry in the whole southeast and south that has HDBP pipe production unit, has PVC pipe production unit, has PPR pipe production unit, and has HDP PPR elbows, PVC elbow machine, and HDP elbow machine. The governor just announced that he's making plans, and they've already started for us to have a power station here. Once you have a power station, then that's the major challenge you have. The power is almost here, and if it is here, it will power the pipe industry. It will extend to the industrial city that we just flagged off, and then from there we enter building material. That industry has been left for over 20 years. As currently, what we want to achieve there is a home of real builders. Everything that you can see in a proper working design building material will be there. The iron and steel industry is going to be one of the biggest and interesting legacy projects we are going to leave behind as the government and administration of Right Honorable Builder Francis Nwifuru, because iron and steel is day-to-day, everyday use.
In aviation, Governor Nwifuru completed the remodeling of the Wilberforce Chubor Kadigbo International Airport runway, plus ancillary remedial works, while efforts are in top gear to get the airport back to commercial operations as soon as possible. Apart from completing the construction of 140 units of bungalows for Ameze and Izo people in Ishele local government area displaced by the Ezilo War, Governor Nwifuru is at the verge of delivering another 143 housing units of duplexes for civil and public servants at the Ochudo city, Abakaliki.
So far, this is going to be one of the best of estates, and we are sure that at the end, Ebonyans will like what we are doing.
If Governor Francis Nwifuru could achieve this much within just 2 years, despite initial distractions by litigants and detractors, it is glaringly clear that there is no limit to what he can achieve for the state, given the unalloyed support of benevolent Ebonyans. All hands are therefore expected to be on deck to enable the governor holistically redeem his good intentions for people of the state as encapsulated in his guiding compass, the People's Charter of Need.